Hello students, and welcome to our second lesson in general maths, and we're looking at making money today. We're going to look at things like wages and piecework, commission, retainers, graduated commissions, and we'll have a look at youth allowance in particular at the end. So there are lots of different ways to earn money, and you're most familiar with earning a wage, generally an hourly wage. And you may also know that your parents may be professionals or your teachers are professionals, so they have a yearly income no matter how much extra work that they put in. So if we want to consider the difference between a salary and a wage, salaries are typically earned by what we call the white collar workers. So they are the ones that wear the business shirts to work. So I often call them professionals as well. And they generally have gone to university, and it's a set amount of money that they earn, and this is the salary. So as I said, it doesn't change, and it doesn't change no matter how much extra they put in. However, blue-collar workers are quite well remunerated in Australia compared to other countries, and blue-collar workers are the tradies, and they wear the hard-working shirts, so the trade clothes. So these men and women have generally served an apprenticeship, and they are paid an hourly rate and will receive penalty rates if they work outside of normal hours. And normal hours is generally a 38-hour week. So we can consider then a wage is a payment based on an hourly rate and the number of hours worked, and that's our formula for that. So the ordinary rate is just the dollars per hour. The allowance can be an extra amount, for example, danger money if you're working in a mine. And the casual rate, if you're a casual worker, is generally higher because it compensates you for not having sick pay or holiday pay. So if we have a look at an example of wages, Jill works 10 hours at a rate of $17 an hour. What wage does she receive? Well, we just need to note that she's worked 10 hours and she gets $17 per hour. So that should mean that she gets $170. If we think about penalty rates, as I said, overtime is that time worked outside of regular hours. The penalty rate is that higher rate of pay for working overtime or outside of normal hours, for example, your Saturday and Sunday. And our formula for a total wage is just adding up all your regular hours times the normal rate. So normally a normal business person or a normal tradie would work the 38 hours at a normal rate, and then they may have some overtime, and that would be charged at an extra rate. So that might be like a double time or times and a half, normal multiplied by their normal rate of pay. So Bill works 40 hours at a rate of $21 an hour. What wage does he receive if he also works 4 hours overtime at time and a half? So just recall this. We are looking at this case. Bill has got a 40-hour week. So that's our regular hours, and he's been working at a regular rate or normal rate. So that's filling that in there. And then the penalty rate, it's time and a half. So he's working 4 hours overtime at time and a half as his penalty rate, and we multiply that by the normal rate, which is $21. So you just add those two up, and that should get you $966. Now, commissions and royalties are a percentage-based income. So a commission is a percentage-based on the value of goods sold. It's so paid to the salesperson. So it could be, for example, a real estate agent is what we often talk about that. And they often will earn a graduated commission. So the commission they'll earn will increase gradually as the volume increases. A retainer is a fixed amount paid to the salesperson even if no sales are made. And royalty is a percentage of creative work sold. paid to the copyright holder, for example, so the musician or an inventor of a computer game or something like that. So if we have a look first of all at a royalty, Bill receives 10% royalties on his app total boredom. So if his sales last month total $47, how much did he receive? Well, we know that 10% of 47,000 is 4,700. So Bill earns $4,700 as his income. Now, if we have a look here at a commission, and we've got a commission and a retainer on this one. So we've got Jill is paid a retainer of $500 per week plus a 3% commission on sales over $5,000. Now, if she sold $6,400 worth of goods this week, how much should she be paid? Well, she's paid what, $6,000 or that? She's paid a 3% commission on goods over $5,000. So how much did she earn over $5,000? So it's just $6,400. Take away the $5,000 to give us $1,400. So a commission there is 3% of $1,400. So that's the first part. She earns an extra $42. And she also gets that retainer of $500, which is paid regardless. So she gets a total of $542. We have a look here at a graduated commission. So we have a salesperson. Now this would often be a house salesman or real estate. So paid 0.1% of the first commission and then 0.5% thereafter. So if this salesperson sold $350,000 worth of sales, what have they done? They've earned 0.1% on the first $200,000, which is $200. Now, on the next bit, we have to minus, and that's what, 350,000, take away 200,000. So they've still got $150,000 in the next graduation for them to earn commission on. And so we just say 0.5% multiplied by $150,000 is $750. So the total commission then is the first bit of $200 and the second bit of $750. That's a total of $950. So the salesperson earns that commission of $950. Now, piecework is, for example, if you're a fruit picker or if you're a newspaper deliverer, you're paid per piece of work that you do. So the wage then is generally calculated as the piece rate versus the number of pieces completed. So if you're picking buckets of grapes, for example, you are paid per bucket. So let's have a look at the first one. Mr. Teacher decides to pay his students 3 jelly beans for every correctly answered question. Now, if Bill correctly answers 15 questions, how many jelly beans will he receive? Well, it sounds like he's going to get diabetes, won't he? Because he's going to get 3 jelly beans for 15 questions, and that's going to be 3 times 15, which equals 45, or 45 jelly beans. Seems like he might need to worry about seeing a doctor for diabetes. Now, Jill is paid $5 for every 100 papers she delivers. So if she delivers 2,000 papers over 7.5 hours, what's going to be her equivalent hourly rate? Well, let's just figure out how much she's going to get earning anyway. So $5 for every 100 papers. So she's going to get paid for 20 pieces of work because there's 2,000 divided by 100. So that's telling me 20 pieces. So her pieces are 20 pieces. So she's going to get paid $20, $5 times 20 pieces, so $100. Now, if she's going to take 7.5 hours to earn, that's $100. So we just say $100 divided by that 7.5 hours. So she's earning $13.33 per hour. If we have a look at another example, Phil's paid $5.70 per bucket of tomatoes picked. If he picked 18 buckets on Monday, 15 Tuesday, 21 Wednesday, 19 Thursday, 12 on Friday. Let's calculate his daily pay. Well, all we have to do is calculate each day. So here we have, so it's $5.70, but he's picked 18 on Monday, 15 on Tuesday, and so on. So we can add that up and then divide it, all of that there, by 5 days, assuming that he's working a 5-day week. So on average, he'll be earning $96.90 a day. Now let's consider youth allowance, and the website may change fairly regularly. This is what I had in February of 2019, so we'll see how long that lasts. Hey, so we've got a question here. For example, how much may be claimed if you are under 18, single, at home, and earning $275 a week as an apprentice? Now, I'm going to ignore parental income on this for the moment. So let's have a look at your situation. So this one seems to describe us best. So single, under 18, living at home. Now we need to consider, is this, or this the best option for us to choose? So we need to consider our fortnightly income. So we need to think, okay, we're given a week, so this is what I earn a fortnight, because 2 weeks, so it's going to be double that for a fortnight. So 550. So this is my categories. So I'm reading there and I'm reading here. So this is the important square for me to read. So it tells me $43.50 plus 60 cents for every dollar I earn over $524. And how much do I earn over $524? Well, I have to minus 524 from my income, and then we can multiply it by that 60 cents. So that should work out to be $59.10.